switch and go back. It looks like he's gonna push him down that track there. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Your video, your shoestring.
Say again?
I've seen your video.
Oh, okay.
I thought you moved away.
I just moved from downtown where I was out on over by the lake.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of overdue for a video, so I think Kingsport, they got that one heading south pretty soon.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one that is. Figured I'd catch a little action today. Well, check this out. The hobo bird. It's a killdeer. One that fakes his wing being broke. Look how camouflaged he is. Sitting on the eggs, probably. God, I've never gotten so close. Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, that's a pretty bird. You always know when a person's walking down the tracks. You always hear that. They blend in perfect. I'm not gonna hurt you, baby. I'm not gonna hurt you, girl. I'm not gonna hurt you, girl. You're a pretty girl. Yeah. Look how pretty. Can I see your eggs? Huh? Can I see your eggs? Pretty girl, huh? Yeah. Alright, I'll leave you alone. You're a pretty girl. Good spot for them eggs. I'm glad you made that noise. I would have never seen you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Watch when I stand up. Perfect place she's got. Ain't no traffic down here or anything. Yeah, that's the best alarm bird. Boy, they will go off. Usually, you can't get that close. I mean, they'll start squawking way before you get that close. But she probably didn't want to give her nest away by chirping when somebody's further away. Man, they're already tearing the building. They're already tearing the buildings down in the yard. Back in Irwin, I heard they were going to be tearing railroad buildings down, but I didn't know this early. There's some local stuff there. I got a high wind warning and a fire danger today. Well, he's dragging out a whole cut of cars. I've never seen a train over there pulling stuff out. All right, he's shoving back now. He'll probably hop back on. Yeah, I never seen him work this side. Yeah, he said they're gonna tear all them buildings down. That old crew change office hotel. They're gonna keep the shop, he said. I can hear them brakes dragging. You have a good one. You gotta hit another switch down there. God, my beard blowing in the wind. Look like Bozo the Clown. Well, maybe he dropped the car then. Ah, there he goes. Yeah, this eventually leads down into the yard this way too. Up in Kingsport, Larry said there was a southbound waiting to head south, so we may catch that in the near future. Yeah, look, they're just stacking all the railroad ties, tearing up all those tracks. He said they're gonna get rid of all these buildings here. They've already got rid of some little shanties over there. He said they're gonna plant grass here when they pull it all up. But from the sounds of it, they're gonna take their time doing it. But yeah, next to the library, that old hotel crew change office, they're tearing that building out, that old brick building. Come on, baby. Great Lakes Carbon, that car originally was. That'd be that carbon black. They use carbon black like color tires with to make tires black. They add that to the rubber. I thought we'd get some engine action, but hey, I really don't know the purpose of that. Oh, he went down and grabbed the car. That's what it was. Yeah, he grabbed that flatbed bulkhead wood car on the end. Boy, them are hard to catch on the fly. Hello. Oh, he's going somewhere. There, he's got picked up a DOT on the end. See that Freddy there? So they're going, oh, he's probably going to Johnson City or Kingsport with that. All right. Yeah, see, they're loading that stuff up a little at a time. Stuff they had stacked here. You know, lately, I've been watching a guy's YouTube channel called Larry Lawton. You may have heard of him. Lawton, Lawton, Larry Lawton. Just type that in. This guy's a jewel thief. He got out of prison and started a YouTube channel, and this guy studied the law, and he knows everything about the law in and out. You gotta check his channel out. He's got a really good channel and really gives you some insight on just about everything as far as prison and the law. And yeah, I think he's got over 1 million subscribers. He's got a silver and a gold award. Yeah, they tore out that set of shops they had right here too. Yeah, they had a bunch of little shops right here. We're approaching that's that building, the library up there. Yeah, I think I got it in the, it's hard to see with the sun out like this, my screen. Yep, now as far as that surgery goes, I was gonna wait before I really said anything, but I don't know if this wind is bashing this camera up, making all that noise. Sorry, I had to get somewhere where that wind wasn't so blustery. Yeah, as far as that surgery, my last appointment, they said that they really can't find anybody that wants to do the surgery. And I had my friend Larry go in there with me for that appointment, just so he could be a witness to how I've been treated in there. And Larry mentioned Vanderbilt and some other hospital, Duke, I think South Carolina. So the surgeon I talked to at the last appointment is gonna call Vanderbilt in Nashville. It's like the Mayo Clinic of the Southeast. And so I'm waiting on the call from Vanderbilt now. So she's like, yeah, you shouldn't have no problem getting in there. She never really did, the doctor never really did say why no one didn't want to do the surgery, which really, really pisses me off. But anyway, that's the medical update. I didn't want to say too much about that. But anyway, yeah, and the swelling in my legs is back down to almost normal. I only had to take that Lasix a couple of days. So I got like 45 pills left of that Lasix. Now I'll have some on me in case I'm out riding and start ballooning up again. Yep, and that merchandise, kind of another pause on that. My friend Jerry that's helping me with that, he's got to go to Saudi Arabia again on, I think some kind of job training thing. He's got to go train some guys earlier than he thought. So I think he's going to fly into Jeddah. And then they kick him out to the site where he trains the guys at. So that'll be kind of put on hold, which is okay. I really don't like trying to focus on more than one thing at a time. But yeah, that little train that pulled out a while ago had that EOT on the end, so he might be heading to do service some customers in Johnson City and then dead end in Kingsport. Too bad it didn't happen a little later. I could have got a ride back, but I wasn't 100% sure. He still may pull up to where that track leads into the main line right here and then back down. But yeah, this is the main line here. Yeah, this goes up to Johnson City, Kingsport, Russell, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Columbus, Bellevue, and going this way heads down to like Alta Pass, down to Spartanburg. Yeah, they hadn't took these little buildings out yet. I bet they'll be next, because it looks like they're working their way south with the tearing up stuff. Alright, yeah, here's the building they're going to tear down next. Used to be the old Crew Change Hotel back in the day. And of course it's a library now, I think. But this used to be the old passenger depot back in the day. I'll have to Google and see when the last passenger train ran and stopped here. Probably in the 40s or 50s. Boy, that wind is kicking me. Hobo shadow. Alright, we're gonna keep working our way south. Working my way back to you. Yeah, this is the view from the south side of that building they're gonna tear down. That's a shame they can't like renovate it. But the population of Irwin's probably not growing, so here at the old fuel dock. I think they may have did the sanding here too. They put sand on aboard the locomotives. I've had this in one of my videos from, oh, I don't know, a year and a half ago. But man, I can't tell if that's a caboose. No, that's a container there. It looks like maybe an office container. And there's the diesel fuel tank just up ahead. We'll walk over to it. It's awfully quiet, nice back here. Nobody to bother you. Yep. Starting to bud out. Yeah, we'll get down there on the tracks maybe. Yeah, utility, like work trailers, just to go out on one of the maintenance away trains. They got all the tools and stuff they need. They'll usually have a couple of gondolas that have like a backhoe in it, grader, stuff like that. They just convert a box car over into it, like this one too. Yeah, I remember back in the day in Parsons, Kansas, they used to have a bunch of these, but they were like bunk houses, and they were always open. You'd get into town, you'd run over there and crawl up, and they got bunk beds in them, and still got mattresses on them. wood or oil stove. Boy, it sure is quiet. Yeah, there's that fuel tank. It's probably empty now since they don't use that fuel dock anymore. Yeah, look at that wind just tearing me up. Yeah, that main road crossing back up where we were. I'm waiting to hear a train horn from there. Maybe we'll catch that southbound rolling by. I still haven't seen that local that pulled out a while ago earlier in the video. It must have gone on to Kingsport. He may stop there in Johnson City out by the golf course where people were trying to kill me with a golf ball that day in that video. Oh, I wish I'd have had the camera rolling when that happened. Man, I just remember hearing that golf ball landing a foot away from me. Now, whoever did it, man, that was a good shot. Tiger Woods will admit to it. I'd believe it then. The only one that could have had a aim that good. Yeah, these weren't here last time. Man, if you stood up all these railroad ties on the end, it'd look like a midget forest. It would actually be like returning the forest. Dead though. God. Yeah, I think I remember calculating one time for every a mile and a half. Well, I'll have to do it again to be sure. I remember I had come up with an estimate. I was trying to figure out how far you'd have to travel for there to be 1 million railroad ties. I actually think it was like 125 miles, because they lay them ties like an average distance between each other, so you could come up with a rough estimate. You figure out the distance between the railroad ties. I think it was like 18 or 20 inches, and then come up with you a number that way. It was a long time ago. I forget the exact. Then you can find out on average how many trees it took to make 1 million railroad ties. Probably do it by square foot of lumber, I guess. Yeah, another old fuel dock. Yeah, that's quite a shame. None of this is be used anymore. Yeah, them coal cars over there have been there forever. It's where they kept the salt for the road down in them Quonset hut type buildings. I see a little there on the right. Maybe because they used it all this winter. Oh, there might be some right there. Or it might be sand. I don't know, maybe that... I was just figuring that might have been salt for the roads, but hell, it's got to be sand. I just thought of that. That's got to be what them Quonset huts down there is for. I see salt stored in buildings like that is why I thought it may have been salt. I can't see over the top what's in here. I'll have to wait till I see the video to, like last time I was here, couldn't see in that gondola and the thing was half full of railroad nails. Brand new railroad spikes. We're about mid-yard now, halfway through. But on the west side, got the coal cars split right there so traffic can get across. I think I might get down on that road down there and walk. Yeah, the Nola-Chucky River is just right up here too. I think there's a trailhead up here a little ways too. Well, they just cut the track off right there. That wasn't long ago. Oh, it's cut down there too. Yeah, look at these wheels, these axles. Yeah. I don't know, I think I may go back up there towards the main line, maybe catch that train. Yeah, I guess I was right. I think it is salt. It's like it's hauled in on the rail. And they open that hatch on the bottom down there and it goes up that conveyor. On in here and down. I thought that was metal. That roof. Yeah, it's salt. I can see the sparkles. Oh, they just jabbed a hole in that. Boy, that'd make a good tarp. Yeah. It looks like that sarcophagus they put around the nuclear power plant in Chernobyl. They built a structure similar to this to go over that core of that reactor that I think it was 1984 or 86. Chernobyl nuclear plant outside Kiev had that meltdown. Well, they put a structure like this, but it was made of concrete. I forget how thick, but it was really thick. That went over that reactor. Hey, Don, you mind passing the salt? Wonder how much ocean water it would take to get this much salt out. I have no idea what we got down here, but salt cars. Guess we'll walk down this spur. Well, there's the salt cars, but how in the world do they get them in? they set up a Dukes of Hazzard ramp and jump them across this spot. And they must push them in from the other end, I guess. Well, there's so many good camp spots back here. Man, it sure is warm today. It was like 50 for the high the last several days. All of a sudden, I think I'm gonna stay on this side. Plenty of firewood there too. Ta-da! Oh, these almost look brand new. I think that's one of them laser type. Maybe wrong. It measures the distance between the tracks. I may be wrong. Oh yeah, that one's brand new. I don't think it's been there that long. It had some wear on the wheel surface. God, they must be... Oh, there's some older tracks on that one. Looks like the same machine, just a newer model, that other one. It blows off the... Okay, I think that's the one that sucks the rocks and debris off the tracks. Like all this stuff, it'll clear it all off like it been swept with a huge broom. I've seen them where they have the rotating brush broom on them. The older ones, they work just like a street sweeper. But they go from about there, the outside of the tie, to the other end of the tie. They just sweep all this junk out. Here's a little backhoe on a maintenance away. Got a magnet on it. Pick up them railroad plates and nails. Yeah, they usually just load them onto them gondolas. Yeah, I think this one's... Yeah, this one's got one of them brushes. This one's got them rubber tubes on it though. Cleans them tracks off. Yeah, see, that spins. This whole thing will spin. It's got these rubber tubes on it. And they just roll and it sweeps all that stuff off the track. Then like the next piece of equipment down will have another job. Like pulling spikes out. And the next one will be moving rail anchors over. Then finally by your end of your last car will do the last job. Kind of like an assembly line. Yeah, I've been wanting to come over here, but just kind of had to bite my tongue or gum my tongue. Yeah, it's not been all that long since. Oh, I wonder how much one of these machines cost. I bet the price range is quite different. Yeah, there's one that aligns and loosens those railroad ties, those little forks will go down and grab the tie. Boy, this machinery is so dang loud too. I think I got a video, really old video, way back, almost at the beginning of when I started making videos. I know it was in Monroe, Louisiana, where I'm showing some of this equipment while it's running. Yeah, you know that folds down. Keep them rocks from being flung out. Man. Yeah, that's just one giant machine all in one. Kind of does the same thing with those pins that drop down and grab the ties. They shuffle them over to the right or to the left, up and down. Yeah, he got 2 air conditioners in there. Boy, I bet it'd take all of them. Imagine how hot it gets in there. There's the shop, the Irwin shops. I think this comes out over by Food City grocery store. Just that grinder. Boy, you ought to see the sparks fly. One of them go over, the smoke and the sparks flying. Oh, now, yeah, on the north side of the Irwin shops. Yeah, that wind's coming out of the south, like 50 miles an hour. Kind of a windbreak on this side. Got the same thing, more maintenance away. And then there's the grocery store at Food City. Hobo Shadow. Man, I'm getting hungry. They got a Bojangles here. I might pick up a giant suitcase of chicken. Big giant sweet tea. Some corn on the cob that I can gum. Yeah, I was surprised after all my teeth were out that I could eat corn on the cob. Just gum it. Dad gum it. Son gum it. Daughter gum it. Dad gum it. All right. Found a place out of all that wind. Man, behind one of the railroad shanties here. Got a road out there. I stopped and got a little something to eat. On my way back, I'm gonna go into Bojangles and get a big old bathtub of chicken. I just stopped into Taco Smells. They got these new things called twists. They're like pork skins, but they're, I guess, made out of flour base. real light, bubbly, but it's cinnamon and sugar. And a couple of bean burritos. Yeah, I was thinking of another story I could tell. One that popped to mind was, well, I'd say 22, 25 years ago. I'd gotten off in Gentilly Yard in New Orleans. And it was kind of getting late. Mosquitoes were horrendous. And there was the intercoastal waterway bridge that runs along I-10 there in Gentilly. I think it's I-10, but it's the intra-coastal waterway viaduct. It's like 250 foot to the bridge itself. But down on I-10, they got these big, tall, 80 to 100 foot tall billboard signs. Man, the mosquitoes were eating me up. And I had drugged like 3 railroad ties out to this billboard sign. And it probably had a post that big holding it up. And I laid them railroad ties up against that, just so I could get up them railroad ties and grab that last ladder rung. Because most of them billboard signs, they got a ladder running up the side of it with that little wire wrap cage to keep you from falling. Well, I had climbed up that ladder all the way to the base of that billboard sign, and it's no less than 80 foot up. I'm thinking 80 to 100. And I got out there on that walkway, that plank on each side of the billboard sign. And I'm not talking your regular billboard sign. These are like huge, 3/4 of the size of a football field size. And I laid out there on that walkway, and the lights were shining up on it far away, so it was pretty dark where I laid out. Rolled out my sleeping bag, and not one mosquito got me up there so far up. I've done that on railroad overhead signal poles that go across the main lines. Got the separate signals up top. I've climbed up there and rolled out on the walkway and got out of the mosquitoes. That's the biggest thing out riding, is them dang mosquitoes. I had a couple of snake incidents. I was somewhere in Michigan, I think Flint, and I just needed to take a nap. Rolled out my sleeping bag. I wasn't quite asleep. I felt something really cold on my arm. I looked down, and it's a big old black snake. Well, I don't mean big old, and there's a snake, black snake about that long, about a yard long. I guess he needed some warmth. But yeah, that snake, I don't know where it came from, but that thing was ice cold. So I just took my sleeping bag and flung it like that and flung that snake off. I don't know what kind it was. Kind of light gray on the bottom and black on top. Probably a harmless snake, but I wasn't laying around to find out. Yeah, man, good Lord, them things are good. They're really light, almost like a pork skin. Gotta show you close up. I'm gonna save them. Oh. Yeah, there's a main road. There's the main line right there. Here comes the northbound, probably coal train. I actually think he crew changed down there. Yeah, I come out of South Carolina, SCWX. Oh, that wind. Good God. God, I wish I could have got that to Kingsport. Hell, had I known he crew changed down there, I'd have... Right about where that first fuel aisle I was recording earlier is about where I would have had to have been to caught that. I could have rode crunched up under one of them cars for 50 miles. Oh, heck. I guess I'll go get me one of them giant tubs of fried chicken.